So with the rain coming in today, it's really dark in here. I think that can make judging easier with the cloud cover. Just the light, lighting is very consistent, but it's awful dark. So the aiming can be a problem with that.
Well, that was yesterday, but now we're under pretty much sunshine. But Open Pro, our last category of this tournament. I'm Greg White with Darren Christianberry. And we had a tie up top, don't we, Darren?
We do. Jacob Marlow at 420, so he's obviously in the lead with bonus rings, but the guy you don't want behind you chasing you, Mr. Dan McCarthy, tied with him at 420. Chance Beaubouef, a past winner here at 418. Benny Barger at 416. And Sam Suter is in fifth with a 414.
Yeah, sorry about that, Jack Wallace. It's actually Sam Suter. But let's take a look at how the first round of the 2024 Delta McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour happened. Here is the rewind.
Shooting in his first ever finals in just his second year as an Open Pro competitor, Brady Myers looked as cool as could be.
He called upper, and he got the upper.
How about that?
He shot 3 12s and 2 10s to Levi's 1 12 and 4 10s to take a 3-point lead into the sixth arrow.
It's all really on the shoulders of Brady Myers assessing the situation.
In a nearly identical replay of Foley 2023,
Or Levi has to go for the 14. That's it. That's his only option at this point.
Yeah.
He's 3 points back.
Oh,
Come on.
does it again.
come on!
Again.
Levi crushed a 14 with his final arrow to put all the pressure on the leader.
In the back pocket for Brady Myers, this is the time to get it.
But where Dan McCarthy missed the shot he needed to take the win last year,
He pulled off the miracle arrow.
He got it. Oh, he got it.
Brady Myers didn't. He center punched the upper 12, and the second-year pro took a 1-point victory over the 13-time Open Pro Shooter of the Year.
I figured he'd probably hit the 14, so I had my number, which I thought it was exactly. And then I had another number for if I just had to shoot a 10. Really focused on the number because I didn't want to focus on making the shot because then I just get nervous and then I'll tense up. So I just kept my mind on other things and I put the right number on and focused where I need to aim because it was a black target. It wasn't the easiest to hold on.
That was so exciting. And now with our top five in our Open Pro category, only 6 points separating them, it's time to welcome our archers to the field of play. Here's PJ Riley. Oh, and it looks like we might have a little bit of a technical error. There we go.
All right.
Take it away, PJ.
Now we've got our final division of the night, Open Pro. Our fifth place qualifier with a 414 from Trenton, Kentucky, shooting for Matthews, Sam Suter. And our fourth place qualifier with a score of 416 from Scottsboro, Indiana, shooting for PSC, Benny Barger. Our third place qualifier with a score of 418 from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, shooting for Darton, Chance Beaubouef. And our second place qualifier with a score of 420 and 14 bonus rings from Wazeeka, Wisconsin, shooting for Matthews, Dan McCarthy. And our first place qualifier with a score of 420 and 17 bonus rings from Chipley, Florida, shooting for Elite, Jacob Marlow.
All right, 5 targets on this field of play. Darren Christian Berry, our target number 1 is a stand mule deer, and then we have an elevation javelina, Shibuya Impala, the gold tip Russian boar, and the Beaubouef grazing doe. And they have set this course relatively long, as we had a reset of targets before our women's pro category.
Yeah, the typical average, I don't know what the average is on the distance, but there's usually a target in the 20s, maybe a coyote at like 28 or something, but we don't have any of that, it doesn't look like today. So a longer average, a little bit of wind, it's a trickier shoot off. These guys are judging. There's 6 points from first to fifth. It's really a race to be had yet. We'll see who's going to win this thing.
Jacob Marlow, of course, has been on top in different disciplines of archery in his career, 11-year pro. And the clock has already started, and we're getting after it straight away. So to the stand mule deer, which most of the day has been shooting right for a lot of people. And, of course, didn't they move that around?
Good center 10 there for Jacob. Maybe he'll get calibrated and say, okay, my numbers are good. Dan shoots a 10 to match it, so they're going to stay tied. There's a good look at Jacob. Jacob's got a little bit of a unique anchor, but man, is he consistent. He's a great indoor shooter. It's not his favorite, but he shoots it well.
Yeah, he certainly does.
10 for Jacob. Takes him to a 430.
Then we go over to Danny McCarthy, the elevation javelina, 21-year pro. Of course, for Dan, shooter of the year in 2005, in 19, 21, 2022, 2023, 2023 ASA Classic champion. I mean, multiple champions, national wins.
He ran out of room, didn't he?
He certainly did. Then we're going to go to the Shibuya Impala, and this is Chance Beaubouef.
It's 426 for Chance now.
Won Georgia and Louisiana last year. He was the known pro shooter of the year. He went to known pro, then back here to the open pro category. The difference, of course, is the ability to use a rangefinder versus you have to judge distance in this one. Benny Barger, around 10 years as a pro. And Barger was on the gold tip Russian boar, and this is going to be Sam Suter, 2 years pro for Suter out of Kentucky. Coming out of the gate with a 12 on the Beaubouef grazing doe.
Moved himself right into third place right there. Tied for third.
First time watching ASA competition, these archers are going to rotate. So from the Beaubouef grazing doe, our 5th place qualifier will now move to our first target, to the stand mule deer, and that is Sam Suter.
Look at those bunched up scores. 430, 430, 426, 426, 426. This is going to be a good race.
2022 Semi-Pro Shooter of the Year, 2023 Open Pro Rookie of the Year is Sam Suter.
Another Indiana boy right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, he's ready.
Barger.
Somebody said Benny shot like 16 up today, so he shot a 216 score today, which is a massive one-day score.
Don't quote me on this, but basically what happens after your first day of qualifications, they group everyone together, so the top 4 are going to shoot at a stake. Benny, I believe, was either in the 4th or 5th group after yesterday.
Wow.
And so he actually got to this this shoot down as a surprise to some of the other shooters in the top group and the second group.
Came from way back to make top 5. Good for him.
This archer right here enjoys hunting, watching his boys at home.
That's close.
Play those sports and enjoys date night with the wife.
All right, first up, Sam Suter, fresh off
Looks
the
like
12.
a good 10. But we're going to move to Suter on our stand mule deer.
436 for Sam now with that 10.
Nice number to stay with. Let's move to Jacob Marlow.
Then we'll go to Jacob Marlow.
Let's see. Ooh, Nathan's in tight with that umbrella. Trying to keep that wind off his bow.
10 for Jacob.
That'll work. 10 points for Jacob.
The longer targets in this win today.
Doesn't it feel like, though, with Dan McCarthy that you're going to really have to start, even with these 3 arrows left, get some bonus rings? Like, you got to get, at least bank a bonus ring.
Dan has a 10.
Yeah, because he's clutch. I've said a lot of times Dan hits him when he has to. He's been clutch more often than not. So you want to try to distance yourself before you run out of targets, and it goes fast.
The advantage, though, for Jacob Marlow was 3 bonus rings coming into this. For Chance Beaubouef, that's going to be a 10.
That's always handy to have in your pocket in case there's a tie, which we forgot about earlier. I forgot about the rule change, but yeah, the ties will be broken by bonus rings.
Ooh, that looks like it's going to be, if upper was called.
I believe he's going to snag that one.
Yeah, he did call an upper.
That wind's getting a little chilly.
It is.
That's close. That is really close. He's got some big magnifiers.
It definitely gives him fishbowl looking eyes.
10.
Wow.
Just off of it.
Let's move to the next target.
That was close. Benny 10, 436. Nothing changed that round. Whole bunch of 10s for everybody.
It's going to be a great finish, folks. Stick around.
All right, so Chance Beaubouef then moves to our Bow Doodle grazing doe in the 5th position. That means that Benny Barger is going to move to the stand mule deer on number 1. Dan McCarthy is on our gold tip Russian boar. There's Chance. He's going to have a look at it. The lighting's starting to change too. The light shifted where the archers are in the shade, and it's really difficult for us to see in our position if any of the targets are lit. It looks like from a different position that it could be.
The shadows are getting long. Good look at Chance. One of the best shooters that's ever walked the planet right there.
And this hold is typical for Chance. He went for the 14. I think he might have got it. Okay. All right.
He's like, and I can hear him peep high.
Look, if Chance gets that, if he gets that 14, Danny McCarthy and Jacob Marlow, if they come up with 10s apiece, we're going to have a 3-way tie for first in terms of points.
Dan's settling back in. He holds so steady. That bow's not even moving.
All right, so 10 for him.
Okay,
Now we'll see what happens with Marlow.
on the mule deer, Benny.
So for Benny Barger on the stand mule deer,
6 to 12.
good execution and a 12 for him.
Wow.
Good
That's
bonus
big.
ring.
448.
Sam has already
This is getting interesting.
gotten 2 12s in the shoot down.
So Barger, we're going to go to Sam Suter.
And a 5 to go with.
Oh,
And for Suter on the elevation javelina, unfortunately a 5.
yeah, that's going to hurt. 441 now for Sam.
Jacob and Chance.
So now we're going to move to Jacob Marlow,
I think.
who is our number 1 seed coming into these pro pressure point shoot down.
10
It's
for
10.
Jacob. 450 now for him.
Okay, so this is going to play out the way I think it's going to play out. And it's definitely a 10 for Dan McCarthy. So the question is, what did Chance Beaubouef end up shooting? If he got that 14, now we got to look at bonus rings, because I know coming into this,
Match 10s across the board.
Dan McCarthy and Chance Beaubouef were tied at 14 bonus rings apiece.
Yes.
Targets left.
So Chance will take the advantage there.
Huge factor when we get to that 6th arrow. And for Chance.
Gosh, it's
Ooh, it looks-
close.
It might be high. Might be. No, he got
No,
it.
he's
He
got
smoked
it.
it. Okay. Wow. Aggressive move.
450.
Chance Beaubouef, winner of 50.
450.
450. 3 450s.
3 450s, a 448, and a 441 now.
Okay. So has McCarthy shot a bonus, or has it been all
No,
10s?
all 10 so far.
All right, so Chance Beaubouef actually moves into second place on 15 bonus rings.
Yep.
Jacob has 17
Jacob's
bonus
got
rings.
17
Chance
bonus
has
rings.
15 bonus rings, and Danny now has 14 bonus rings. Is in third
And Dan
place.
McCarthy's in third with
Benny
14
only 2 points
bonus
behind,
rings.
is 11
And bonus rings we were
bonus
talking
rings.
about are those 12. So
Sam is sitting at
the bonus rings that you shoot out on the range, 10 is, think of it as par. That big ring in the middle, 10 ring. And then that 12's in play. In qualification, whether you're shooting lower or upper, you got to call the uppers. It doesn't matter. So I think I like about it is that the work that you've done in qualification carries over into this finals.
Yes.
The difference in positions right now is Jacob's contemplating on how aggressive do I go. Chance is on the windiest target of the field of the day, the mule deer, and then he finishes on the longest target, which is the javelina.
So Jacob.
Center 10. He called upper, so he's just under the upper. There's a good look at Dan holding that bow so steady.
This feels like a bonus ring to me.
12.
Yeah. But Dan, he didn't call upper.
He got it. See what Chance does. Holding a long time.
All right, Chance Beaubouef currently tied for first at
12.
points.
Okay.
Did not call upper.
Didn't call upper.
462.
Jacob by 1 bonus ring.
Okay, so that's going to move Chance Beaubouef to the lead.
Yep. Dan's going to time when we get to Dan.
Yeah, but Chance is going to have an extra bonus ring.
Yep.
Moves to the 458.
Ties are broken on bonus rings.
Benny, 458. With that 10. Sam said, let's just get after it. 446 now with that 5. Nothing he can do but just try. Get that experience, bank it, remember next time. It's a good look at Jacob.
Boy, just that inch or so, dropping below that bonus ring.
Just low.
It could cost him this tournament. We're going into our 5th arrow after this?
Yeah, this is number 4. 10 for Jacob puts him at 460. We're going to see at least 6, but number 5 is coming up.
I don't know. You'd mentioned it. Danny McCarthy shows up when he needs to.
Yep.
And it just, to me, it just felt like it was going to be a
He
bonus
hits him when he
ring.
has to.
Yeah.
More often than not. I've said it before, and he's come up short, but, man, he hits him more often than not, and that's clutch.
So for Chance Beaubouef, he's going to go 462. Dan McCarthy at 462, but Beaubouef has got 1 extra bonus ring, so it's actually going to put Chance Beaubouef, now the leader of this Open Pro, to our final arrow of regulation. Anybody within 10 points of our leader, or leaders in this case, is going to shoot a last chance archery, last chance arrow, number 6.
Yeah. Jacobs.
And
there
by the way,
is, right
that's from earlier.
Yeah, there it is.
That's exactly the magnification that you need when calling these lines. There's a lot of money on the line.
I'm anxious to see what Jacob does here. Dan's on the target, he can 12. Chance is on the hardest target. Jacob's on the target at Chance 14. Oh, so close, and he called upper. There's a good look at Benny. Nice strong shot, good 10. Dan can definitely 12 this target. Just above it for a 10.
Sam Suter.
Sam's still going for them.
I love it. Just missed it high.
Yep.
Now we got a Chance Beaubouef. Okay, so that was Dan McCarthy.
For a 10, 472.
Yeah. That was the stand mule deer. Now we're going to go to Chance Beaubouef on the elevation javelina, and he called upper.
Oh, he did call upper.
Yeah, he did call upper, so that's a 10.
I was like,
yeah, that heart attack that you just had.
I was like, are you kidding me? Smashed it, but just a 10.
And if you're wondering how we know, there is a cone that each archer has that they can place in front of their shooting box, and that will indicate upper. If it's behind, that means lower. And that's why I looked at the shooters and I saw that cone in front. They're not supposed to move that cone until after their next arrow.
10 for Benny, 468.
Sam looking for a 14.
Boy, this is really going to be interesting.
8 points for Sam, 454. And Jacob needs to catch that 12 to be tied with Chance and Dan and going in the final arrow.
Our initial look at it, it didn't look like it, but
I thought he was just short. But if he does catch it, he'll get to go last. No, just short.
10 for Jacob.
470.
Boy, he's going to be thinking about those millimeter low ones.
He shot good. He didn't miss him by far.
First at 468 and 11.
Okay, so where are we at? 72s apiece for
Yep.
Danny and Chance Beaubouef. Chance Beaubouef is actually in first place because he has one more bonus ring, by our calculations, than Danny McCarthy.
I think they're tied because Dan hit one I didn't count for.
Did he hit one earlier? So they're at 16 bonus rings apiece.
Chance shot an 8, then Chance shot a 10, then he shot the 14, and then a 12. So Chance should be up by 1.
That's what I have too.
Yeah, you're
15
right.
for Dan, 16 for Chance.
A lot of math going on over
A
here.
lot of math. A lot of manual math.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
they're
so
bringing it out.
they are bringing it out. So they're bringing out the hyena. As crazy as this wind day has been, at this moment it is kind of calm. There's a little bit of a breeze.
5 10s.
Now this is where I would say, okay,
4 10s and a 12. Chance had 2 10s, an 8, a 12, and a 14. With a 5 here, he'd sweep the field with all 5 scoring ratings.
So last chance archery, last chance arrow.
4 10s and a 12.
We have
He also
4
got
shooters.
52 points this year.
yes.
Sam Suter comes off the field with a big round of applause. Great to see the 2-year pro in the shoot down, pro
Good.
pressure point.
Good. This is where Scott's got to put some distance on this target. Make this a make or break
Scott,
target.
what are we doing? Hyena from right there.
Okay, so the hyena,
Get our gentleman in place.
put
Yeah.
it down there. He's not moving him too far in front of their normal shooting boxes. Probably what, 2 yards?
Yeah,
2-3 yards.
but they're shooting 2.5 lanes over, so they did add some distance there.
Yeah, so kind of the right part of your screen, you can see where our official is standing behind that hyena.
Yeah, these guys are so close, and they all judge really well, obviously, that with the field bunched up like they are, 72, 72, 70, 68, I think you've got to set this target out there where a great shot will be rewarded. You know, if you set it in there close and everybody 14s it, nothing can change. You know, which obviously the winner's tickled to death with that, but as close as this is, I personally like to see a little longer target just because a great shot will be rewarded here.
And what's our order of shooting?
It's going to be, I believe, Benny Barger is going to be first. Jacob Marlow is going to be second. Dan McCarthy will be third because of bonus rings, and Chance will get to decide if he wins or how he plays his last arrow. Good look there. Easy target to aim at with all those black dots. They'll have no trouble seeing where they want to hit. They just have to figure out how far away it is.
All right, first up, Benny.
All right, so judging is over. So Benny Barger going to go first.
They're trailing with 11 bonus rings. Each of them have 15, 16, and 17.
If the other archers have shot with Benny before, and he hits a good one, will it give the other 3 more confidence in their mark because they know that he's a good judger? You know what I'm saying? Like does his performance, is it going to impact the other 3?
No, I mean, if he hits it, it could make him go, oh, crap, I have to hit a ring now to, I can't make a mistake here. I don't know that it would build confidence in what they've done by judging their number. Let's see what he does. Oh, just right of it. Good shot. He got the number really close. If he'd have just been lefty to hit it.
Yep.
I think that score makes him do the math. Okay, what do I need to do now?
So it should be an 8, right, for 76?
Yeah.
Now Jacob Marlow, who is our leader on bonus rings, coming in now, trails by 2 points.
So he's at 70. He needs a 14 to really make these guys work.
And what does he need just to guarantee he's on the podium?
He needs an 8 to get third place.
All right. So he can't have the disaster of a 5. That would take him off the box.
No, but if he 14s it, he forces Dan and Chance. They have to hit a ring. They have to hit a 12 to tie or beat him on bonus ring, but they have to hit a ring.
So if you're Jacob Marlow, do you say, this is my number, I'm going to take half a yard off?
Yeah.
So if I miss, I miss
low
and stay on the box?
Yeah,
Okay.
or aim right at the top of it, maybe a yard light, and catch the bottom of it here. He's more than capable at making the shot. He shot right in between the upper and the 14. Low right. So 8. So he wraps up third place.
Okay. So he's definitely on the podium.
478.
And he's ahead of the other 2. So, you know, if The scenario is if Danny McCarthy or Chance Beaubouef missed the target altogether, Jacob Marlow's going to be champ.
Yeah.
Chances that happening are
Yeah, it's not.
slim to none.
That's probably not going to happen. And Dan's looking now. He's like, okay, if I 12 it, Chance wins with a 12. If I 14 it, Chance wins with the 14. If he slips up and shoots a 10, then Chance all he has to do is shoot center 10 to win because he's got him on bonus rings. So this is a big arrow for Dan, and it decides Chance's fate.
And he's got a lot of experience himself. Plus, he's got Brandon Reyes there with him as well, who's got tons of experience in this game. So let's see.
More often than not, I'll go on record saying it again, more often than not, Danny McCarthy hits him when he has to.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what the multi-time champ has got in store for us.
Ooh, 10.
Center 10.
All Chance has to do now is shoot a 10 to win, I believe.
That's it. Yep.
So Dan overjudged it a couple yards there. He didn't put out the cone, so I think he was shooting at the lower.
482 and 15 bonus rings. Chance, you need a 10 to win. That's all I'm going to tell you.
I believe center 10 to win.
All right, for Chance Beaubouef.
All right, my friend, we'll start your 1 minute now.
You'll see a traditional long hold for Chance.
One thing he switched to in the past couple of years that I've never seen him shoot tournaments. He's shooting a thumb trigger. He's always shot a 4-finger hinge forever.
And he put it right where he needed to put it.
That'll do it.
Is going to get him a win, tied on score with Dan McCarthy, but he'll win on a single bonus ring. Wow, coming down to the final for the Open Pro category, and Chance Beaubouef back on top again. And he does it in fine style. How do you like that close competition in the Open Pro category?
That's awesome. Like you said, it could have went any direction there. It was really close going in. It was close all the way through, and it was just a matter of who hit it, who didn't. Chance came out on top.
To get 4 shooters into that last chance archery, last chance arrow, it shows you the competitive nature off of a weekend that was crazy with rain the first day and people standing up to their calves in water and shooting targets that were sitting in water as well. To now the flip-flop of this day, it has dried out and it was a beautiful day, and then you add wind to the equation. But standing on top, he came in 2 points back in third place, but with 14 bonus rings, able to capitalize on it. And Chance Beaubouef, what a big win for you. Congratulations. How you feeling right now?
Pretty stinking good, man. It's had a really good weekend. Everything just kind of came together. Got some lucky breaks and was able to endure the weather. It's kind of surreal at the moment.
The arrow that won that tournament for you right there, Chance, was that 14 on that feeding deer. What made you decide to put your tournament on the line right there?
Well, I didn't think there was going to be any better time than that one. I mean, it was the closest target we had. And I felt like if I was going to make a move, that was the best time, and luckily it worked out.
It was a fantastic shot, fantastic weekend. You survived all the crappy weather and came out on top. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
Big win for Chance Beaubouef coming in, and he does it on a single bonus ring. Well, how do you like that archery here at Uchi Creek? The Pro Pressure Point Shoot Down. The 2024 Delta McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour hasn't disappointed at all this year. We've seen outstanding archery across the board, especially here in round 2 of the Black Eagle Darton Pro-Am. Darren Christianberry, your final thoughts for the weekend.
Fantastic weekend, as always. Enjoyed sitting here in the booth with you. I love watching great archery. I can't wait to see it again.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We can't wait to see you again. Camp Minden, Louisiana, April 25th through the 28th. It's going to be the Easton and Hoyt Pro-Am. Make sure you join us then. For Darren, for PJ, and the rest of the crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.